Ladies and gentlemen, after months and months of tough tournaments, of tough losses, of just every up and down that you can think of, we finally pulled off a win at the California Delta. And this is how we did it. This last weekend, we had our monthly club tournament, this time at the California Delta. Now, the Delta had been fishing pretty tough going into this, but my partner had a plan, and he wanted to make sure we went in and executed, and we absolutely did. So we started off our day on a deeper stretch on the main river, tried to really take advantage of that high tide, and Dave really put in work on this stretch. Started out with a chatterbait, got one on his first cast, which was super awesome to see. Then pulled out the topwater, took advantage of a topwater bite early in the morning before the sun was even up, caught a few fish, and, sitting after our first stretch, we really basically had a limit. We just needed one more. We had 4 keepers, couple other small bites. I even pulled out a Senko, started doing that along some of these tule edges, got a couple fish that way as well. But it really came down to picking apart some of these areas. Dave also decided to pull out the frog and got a few of the bigger ones to commit, including this one right here.
Oh, this is going to be a fish. How can it not be?
Oh my...
Oh, it's a good one, too.
It's a fish. How can it not be? Once the tide started dropping and becoming pretty slack, we really tried to slow down in some of those same areas, went back through and picked it apart. And luckily, Dave put in work with the Senko on this stretch. He was able to really get a couple key fish into the boat, a couple of those high 2, low 3 pound class fish that really sent us over the top in this tournament.
Oh my God.
Got one. Nope. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right where you should have been.
Oh, got him. I didn't want
Just like he's supposed to do.
Oh, I didn't want to get your rods. I had to dive backwards. Now, the majority of these fish were sitting in post spawn, but we did find one bed. Unfortunately, I had a bit of heartbreak with this one.
He just turned on it.
Got him. No!
What happened?
He didn't eat the whole hook? Losing that 3 pound fish was a bit of a crushing blow to me. I hadn't had a great day. Dave was really putting in all the work, but we were still really motivated. We still felt like we had a chance at it. We were sitting at about 14 pounds at this point. Knew it would probably take about 16, 17 to win. We upgraded a couple more times by ounces throughout the day, but now we were getting to about 15 minutes left before we had to start motoring back to the launch, and we wanted to make one more audible. So we decided to go over to a super windy, windblown bank and start throwing spinnerbaits and chatterbaits and try and get a couple more fish and hopefully run across one big one to see if we could get an upgrade. I ended up first cast with the spinnerbait, hooking up with a fish that culled a couple ounces. Nothing crazy, but anything in this tournament, like I said, felt like it was going to help us. And then all of a sudden, we started talking about getting in on time, and this happened. Make sure we're not late, because today I don't know if we got a good shot, but we have a shot. Oh yeah, good one?
Oh my God.
Yep, got it. Okay.
Hurry, yeah, get ready. Hurry, undo him.
What?
Undo him.
Holy
So we do, son. Yeah, is that a huge one?
That's a
5 at least.
Yes, I know that net job seemed a little bit frantic, but you see a 6-pounder come up with 10 minutes left in a tournament for a 4-pound coal and tell me you're not shaking in your frickin' boots too, okay? That fish ended up going 6.21 pounds, second big fish of the tournament, gave us a coal of 4.2 pounds, which was huge. We ended up bringing it to the scales and it weighed in at 18.68 pounds for our best 5, enough to win the tournament. You know, the big key for today was finding a productive area early and really just taking our time, knowing that the bite was tough everywhere, especially with the wind, how fast it was going, really just picking apart that spot, even in that slack tide, and getting the key bites that we needed to by really breaking down an area, slowing down with a Senko during those slack tide times, and taking advantage of it. So when the dust settled, we ended up winning by about 2.5 pounds, and that got us our first win of the year for our monthly club tournament, which is awesome momentum. If you guys did enjoy today's video, please be sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel for more content, and be on the lookout for some fishing live streams coming through. That is right, fishing live streams coming through soon. I will put a link to that down below as well. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.